What is the brand Sinister? So, Sinister was initially, or Sinister Original, was initially a clothing brand created by my friend Charlie, and it was a dream of his to have his own clothing brand. And it was uh, a dream of his to have his own clothing brand, be his own entrepreneur, being his own boss, and making something with his life and establishing himself in the world. And when I initially got that offer for the volume one of my Sinister EP, I wanted to make a song or a set of songs to promote this clothing brand that my friend had and kind of support our young man dream. And we both knew it was going to be very hard, and it resonated with me because I felt very similar with my music and with my passion, having not that many people believe in you, not that many people supporting what you're doing. So without hesitation, I agreed to it, and I was like, yeah, definitely, I'll work on it. But with time, unfortunately, regardless of contribution from me and another friend of mine, Callum, my friend's clothing brand unfortunately did not succeed, and all he was left with was a broken dream and a shelf with empty promises from life. Drawer with empty promises from life, regardless of how hardworking he was and how dedicated he was. And this taught me a valuable life lesson that effectively in life you don't receive what you deserve, regardless of how passionate you are. And to an extent, I've come to the belief that the end goal for somebody or the end road for some people is already pre-written or preset, and it's a factor of your environment and the people that surround you. Therefore, Sinister P kind of Sinister P then transcribed from this initial clothing brand into a belief and a motto that I took for myself following the closure and failure, so to say, even though I wouldn't call it a failure, of my friend's clothing brand. And it blossomed or grew into a belief, and the belief is simple. It's a belief that regardless of how passionate and sometimes how hardworking you may be in life, the things you dream of the most may not come to fruition, because that's just how life is.
Okay. Then I lost to my worst enemy, okay. I don't want anything complicated, catered. All I wanted was to find me a later. I don't want anything complicated, yeah. Said she wanna dance with a pop star, then she left me for a rock star.
And that's just how it's set to be, effectively and unfortunately. And with this belief, I wanted to carry on and do a second volume of Sinister, and which will be very different from the first one. The first volume was supposed to be fun, excited, and was the second volume is meant to be serious, reflective, and a bit more realistic into the outside world and into the surrounding environment that we have. And as a kid who grew up in council estates, and my only escape from a world of hard working until you die, and a world of complacency, My only escape was school, and sometimes maybe that's unfair because I effectively had it easy to an extent where I was reasonably gifted in school, but there's so many kids out there that may not have that fortune, and it shouldn't be fair that somebody should settle for something they may not necessarily enjoy that much, but just because at the end of the day it brings food to the table. And with that ideology, that's how the track list of Sinister EP Volume 2 was born.
Me that you hate me and don't want me hate, but then text me that you love me and then call me late. Every time we move on, I don't really get it. We just end up back together just like nothing happened. We both toxic, nothing new. Nature boy, that's my book. Like the movie Moulin Rouge. Watch your tail just for you. I like girls that don't like me. Bring my heart and leave. Take it back to Italy. City, I'm on sea. I like girls that don't like me. Bring my heart and leave. Take it back to Italy. City, I'm on sea. Had the drugs in me for the night since 18. Pass me a bit of that little white medicine. I'm depressed when I'm sober, help me please. Shower you with love and good enough, drown in your sleep. Hella drugs in me, I can't really sleep. Kiss me, calm music, that's my referee. Hella drugs in me, I can't really sleep. Kiss me, calm music, that's my referee. Hella drugs in me, I can't really sleep. Kiss me, calm music, that's my referee. Hella drugs in me, I can't really sleep.
You know when it's Leo on the beat.